So it's been a couple weeks since we did the cleansing and got rid of insert demonic name right here.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, actually. Yeah, I haven't had anything happen in the house or anything like that.
Yeah, because I know we've interacted off camera and we've discussed it a little bit here and there. That's one of the most important things, is where we decide to go after the initial is how you're feeling post.
Yeah.
Right? So after we did the initial cleanse and we met the first time at Mystic Mountain Magic and did what we did there.
Yeah.
What was important was the 2 weeks after that. I mean, you tell me, what did you notice?
I noticed that there was just like, it was completely just calm in the house. Yeah. And that once it was off me, I'm just like, oh, I guess I don't really need to cleanse the house or anything, but I did get extra things. So if you guys are seeing this around my neck, I haven't showed this yet. This is a black tourmaline crystal necklace. So basically it keeps you grounded. And when I go to haunted locations, I'll be wearing this so that I'm protected from anything that I come in contact with. I don't think anything should be able to attack me, right?
No. I mean, and this is the whole point of the cleansings. Cleanse before, cleanse after. Those book-ended cleansings negate any possibility of anything really attaching to you that you don't invite in. And see, there's the important part.
Yeah.
Is no matter what we do outside of that situation, if you're inviting something in, it will always find a way in. And that's what the invitation is. I mean, this is why you hear all these stories with Bram Stoker, with the vampire that needs to be invited into the domicile. When we first were interacting, we were talking about the rules. That's one of the rules. It wants that invitation, but once it has that invitation, it can take root and absolutely fuck you up in every possible way. We don't invite in. When we know that there's something there, it's like, yeah, show yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I absolutely command you, and it's not even really an invitation anymore. Okay. When you're in a situation where you're interacting with spirit, you are commanding that spirit to make its presence known. You don't want it hiding in the shadows.
Right.
All right. Make your presence known.
Especially in the depths of my closet.
Especially in the depths of your closet. Like in your home, you should always be safe.
Yeah.
Always, always, always be safe, right? And the first step to us not having anything happen at home is cleansing to make sure we don't bring anything home.
From other locations and stuff?
From other locations.
But like I could still investigate in the house and
do what you need to do at home and you'll be fine, as long as you're not calling anything in. But cleanse your home, cleanse yourself often.
Okay.
It'll eliminate any chances of anything attaching to you like that. And this is one of the things that a lot of folks, especially people who investigate the paranormal, what they don't really understand is the fact that you are going into an environment that's not yours.
Yeah.
You're not in control of that environment. You think you are.
Yeah, until hits the fan.
Until it hits the fan, right? And it's quite often you'll have investigators that, in an attempt to get something to happen, because I mean that's the bread and butter of an investigation.
Yeah.
You want something to happen. You want there to be an interaction. You want things to be thrown at you. You want things to light up. This is the whole point.
Yeah.
So you are commanding that interaction to happen, and quite often you're going to have to do that through intimidation. I don't like that, but that's not on. I'm never going to tell somebody what to do or not to do. It can't follow you when you've cleansed. You've severed that energy.
Right.
It's gone.
There were times I've been to haunted locations and we wouldn't cleanse, but we would say like, you cannot follow us home. We'd be very stern about it, but then it would still like...
Yeah, because they don't have to listen to you.
No, they don't, no. We do not give you permission to follow us home. You have to stay here and you cannot follow us back to our house.
You haven't established your dominance over them at that point. And by dominance, I'm not saying being aggressive and saying, show yourself, damn it, that's right?
Show us that you're here. We demand that you show us a sign.
You're just you're just weak and you're a coward and all that stuff. That's intimidation. That's something completely different. Establishing your dominance is when you walk into a place and you've been cleansed, a spirit's going to know that you have this shell around you. That's your dominance over that entity.
Is there like a certain ritual you can do to like make it talk to you?
Yeah.
What exactly would that be?
Well, no. I will never instruct people how to do that.
Why?
Years of study. Because the last thing I want is for somebody to sit down, make the circle, right, do the things, and then miss several steps to protect themselves. And now you're not just communicating with, now you've invited something in, and you're not getting rid of it. I've been practicing for almost 39 years, all right? And there are certain things that I will not share, and that's one of them. And that's where the internet comes into play, and the internet has as great a resource as it is, because it's a tremendous resource. It's also very, very dangerous, because you can find these things on the internet, and without having any of the knowledge base before that, you can jump right into one of those, and the potential of yourself up is very, very high. Unless you've practiced it, you don't understand, right? And once again, there's the danger of the internet.
Because you can look up any ritual.
You can look up any ritual. Like,
done a lot on this channel.
You can look up any ritual, and it's there. It's freely accessible. I mean, I would strongly suggest not doing that.
With like taunting and rituals and making stuff happen, do you think I'm pushing the boundaries with some of the stuff I'm doing?
I think you're, like, if we're interacting with spirit, we're already pushing a boundary.
But taunting it though and doing all that stuff.
Well, taunting it, you see, I don't suggest taunting it, but if that's the only way that you're going to get something to happen, then I guess that's the way that it needs to be done on your end. For me, I can set up a circle, but you see, this is the thing, is I set up the circle, I can conjure, and I can have that interaction using that.
Yeah.
That's a completely different experience. If you want to be able to conjure spirit, and it's really not that hard. Prepare yourself for it.
This part hasn't come out yet with the whole Dybbuk box thing that we talked about last time. That's going to come out eventually. You said I'd be pushing a big boundary with that.
You'd be pushing a boundary on what your knowledge base is. See, the entities that you would be putting into a Dybbuk box become profoundly pissed off.
Because they've been trapped there.
Because they've been trapped there. That is potentially really bad.
You said I would have to be exorcised.
Well, I mean, if it got out. This is the thing, is a Dybbuk box traps it in there for however long. When you open it, that entity is going to attach to the first person that it finds. And if you're the person that opened that Dybbuk box,
it's going to go right to them.
It's going straight to you.
Oh, it would go to me?
Well, if you're the one that opened it.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to put something in a box like that that's going to sit for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 generations, and then the next person that opens up a can of worms that they just don't know how to get rid of.
Or even a year down the road.
Could I make a Dybbuk box? Absolutely. Do I want to? Not a chance. You can dispose of a Dybbuk box all you want. I mean, you can hide it away, you can bury it. They always end up coming out at some point. Do we want to trap something that is just going to generate hate through that entire period of entrapment?
But if it's gone from that area though?
Sure, but all you're doing is making this somebody else's problem.
If they opened it though?
Invariably, they get open. Whether the box falls apart or whatever over the years, eventually that box will open.
You said something would have to attract it into the box. You said it's not just going to go in there just because of intention or whatever. Would it have to be like a blood ritual?
More often than not. When we say blood ritual.
Like if you pricked your finger is what I mean.
Yeah, you can totally do that. We don't want you to do that because now you're actually tying it to a bloodline.
I've always heard that there's nothing greater than blood for a ritual.
Oh yeah, no, blood ties immediately. All of it is backed up by knowledge. So by all means, if you want to summon a spirit, do your research, summon away. This is why we don't stand in front of a mirror and conjure a thing to come to us.
Done that too.
Because that's a portal.
Yeah.
Mirrors are portals. There's a reason why those of the Hebrew faith, when they're in Shiva, why they cover those mirrors. Me personally, every mirror in my home, I have sigils on the back of that mirror making sure that nothing can come through.
What about the black mirrors?
Those are a little bit different. I keep those enclosed.
How do I use them? Because I got one and I would like to use it in a video at some point.
So creating magic circle is actually really simple. Like the simplest magic circle is you stand in the center of a room, any room, it can be any size of a room, and you close your eyes and you envision a light above you, a light beneath you. And those two lines of light then intersect in your center, that light grows. And you don't need a wand, you don't need an athame. I mean, I have my tools, but you can just use your finger.
Like, we used a black mirror in the past. We would just like look into it and see what we saw, and I saw figures and my friends did too. So is that just basically how you use it? You just...
Yes. And then you go ahead, you set down your mirror, and you can scry through that, because you're protected now.
Yeah, I noticed you did one when we had the tarot reading a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was in a safe place.
Does that enhance the reading?
It can.
For clear answers?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to start bringing the black mirror on investigations and see what that can...
You will be absolutely shocked at what you see.
Just looking into it, or just the activity around me?
When you go to a site, you will be shocked at what you will see through that mirror. I won't ruin it for you.
Okay. Sounds terrifying.
Just remember before and after.
Cleanse.
Cleanse, cleanse.
Thanks for everything.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
That's what I do, man.
I'm back from meeting with Alexander, the occultist, that helped me with my attachment. Very informative guy, like he knows his stuff, and it was so nice that he was able to help me cleanse and do all that stuff a couple weeks ago. And like I said in the interview, like I have not noticed anything since he's cleansed me. Like he did a really good job. Like I explained, I'm gonna be wearing this crystal in some videos, not all of them, but like in haunted location videos, you're gonna see this crystal around my neck. It's for protection is what it is. And I'm also gonna be saging or using Palo Santo before I go to investigation and after I'm done at an investigation, so that nothing follows me home or attaches itself to me ever again. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this attachment series. It was something very different that I don't normally do. It was a different style of documentary because I didn't go to like a haunted location and document anything. This was documenting my attachment specifically. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.